What's going on, people? It's the Bear here once again. It's 4 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. I should be asleep, but I can't go to sleep. So I'm up, and I was watching a YouTube video of Presidors. You know that guy who loves the Cleveland Browns, that diehard Cleveland Browns fan who won't even think about switching to another team because he loves the Cleveland Browns so much. You know, let's talk about his video I want to talk about his video that I seen because I couldn't go to sleep, so I want to talk about his video. The one that he said that the Patriots have championships and no draft picks. Well, let me talk to you about something else, Presidor, my friend, that I've been a long-time subscriber to. And don't take this anything, what I'm saying, personal or anything like that, because I still like your videos and everything like that. So, El Presidor, me and you cool. Chucky Martin, we're cool, okay? So let me get on to what I want to say here. I have started to believe that the Cleveland Browns fans are delusional. You guys are just as bad as the Buffalo Bills, if not worse. Okay? You want to talk about how the Patriots, Chucky Martin, you want to talk about how the Patriots don't have draft picks and have championships? What do you think is more deserving? What do you think is more valuable? The championships or the draft picks? Why do you think Bill Belichick is the greatest coach in NFL history? Because he has a strategy, because he has continuity with the Patriots, him and Tom Brady. So, do you think that the Patriots rely on draft picks to win championships? No, they go out and they trade for people. They trade players. They buy people on the free agency. Something that you guys don't do. Cleveland Browns fans, y'all don't do that much. Y'all rely on draft picks forever, just like the Buffalo Bills. And guess what? With every single year, when y'all getting these draft picks and all this and that, you still can't even make the wild card. Y'all rely on draft picks forever. Forever. Just like the Buffalo Bills. They're just as bad. But you guys are the worst. You guys are the worst, seriously. And Hue Jackson, I don't know, El Presidor, let me ask you something. Why would you think, and listen, I ain't no dancing puppet or none of that. I'm speaking facts here, okay? Why would you think that Hue Jackson would come over to Cleveland, El Presidor, Chucky Martin? Why would you think that Hue Jackson would change anything for the Cleveland Browns? You was on some Hue program, nigga. Jesus Jackson. And then, him and Robert Griffin III, who's on the free agency now, probably can't even get picked by another team. Nobody wants him. He's horrible. He's not even a quarterback anymore. Why would you think them two would come over to Cleveland and then all of a sudden this will be a playoff team? And it didn't happen that way. In fact, the last time, if I'm not mistaken, if you look into the Cleveland Browns season record, the last time that y'all went 1-15 was over a decade ago. If I'm not mistaken. If I am mistaken, correct me on that. But I looked on Wikipedia and I seen it was over a decade ago. Probably like 15-something years ago. If I'm not mistaken. But let's talk about the draft picks of the Cleveland Browns. Okay. Because y'all Cleveland Browns fans, for some reason, y'all think that any kind of change that y'all make will benefit the team. Well, it's not going to benefit anything when you got Hue Jackson as a coach. As a matter of fact, y'all always talking about firing this one and firing that. Y'all always on some firing stuff. If there's no fire him. and then y'all get a coach that's as bad or as worse than what you had before. I bet now y'all looking at what Mike Pettin, what he didn't do for the Browns, and y'all probably like, I wish we would have had him instead of Hue Jackson. At least we would have got 4 wins, Cleveland Browns fans, you guys have a average record of 4-12, if I'm not mistaken. 4-12. I looked on like I said, I looked on Wikipedia. I seen your season records. You have an average record of like 4-12. That's the best as it gets. Yeah, I know with these draft picks, y'all probably talking about some. Yeah, we're gonna see 8-8 and all this and that. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not going to happen, and I don't even know why y'all even think, because y'all got these draft picks, that anything relevant is going to happen for the Cleveland Browns. But let me just go into the video. Let me just show y'all what the draft picks that they got here. Okay. Let me read a little of this first. This was the draft picks here when they was in the Cleveland Indians, let me just read this. From left, Browns first rounders Dave Joku, Jabril Peppers, and Miles Garrett threw out ceremonial first pitches before Friday's Indians game at Progressive Field. Meet the Cleveland Browns 2017 NFL Draft class. Cleveland, Ohio. The Browns have been busy trying to restock their roster in the 2017 NFL Draft, starting on Thursday and ending on Saturday. The draft started when the Browns drafted Myles Garrett from Texas A&M at number 1 and included 2 additional first-rounders and a new quarterback. It ended with a pair of 7 rounders, including a kicker. Okay. This post features a look at every Browns draft pick along with video highlights, links to their player profiles, and analysis from the staff of Cleveland.com. Meet the new Cleveland Browns. I'm just going to read. I'm not going to, go into the whole videos or whatever. Pick 1 for round 1, pick 1, Myles Garrett, defensive end. The Browns went with the consensus and selected a talented defensive end with the first pick of the draft. Garrett had 32.5 career sacks and was a 2-time All-American, including in 2015 when he had 12.5 sacks, 19.5 tackles for loss, and 5 forced fumbles. Then they went the first round, the 25th pick. After trading down from the number 12 and adding the first rounder in 2018 from Houston, the Browns picked Peppers late in the first round. Peppers was the 2016 Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year with 72 tackles and 16 for a loss. What I don't understand is y'all biggest problem last year was the offensive line. So I would have did something about that first, not get a defensive end. That just don't make, to me, it doesn't make sense. Y'all had a huge problem last year with the offensive line. The offensive line was absolutely garbage. And y'all did not get a center or anything of the offense. I don't understand that. But you know what? Listen, I just want to say this because it's about to be a 10-minute video. Regardless of what you do, regardless of how you do it, Cleveland Browns, regardless of anything that y'all think is going to be relevant in this year, with Hue Jackson as your coach, nothing will ever change. nothing will change. Okay? Because Hue Jackson is a horrible coach for the Cleveland Browns. He's absolutely garbage. You guys are putting too much dependency on him to think that he is going to change anything for the 2017 season. Listen, y'all had Terrell Pryor. Terrell Pryor is gone. The man could throw the ball. He was a wide receiver. He was the total package, and now he's gone. Well, now what you got? You got Josh Gordon, a man that don't even want to be a Cleveland Brown right now. Seriously? You let Terrell Pryor walk out the door, and that was the best receiver. He was the variety package, and he's gone. Y'all need more help on offense than y'all need defense. Seriously. But, that's Cleveland for you. Always they think that they're doing, big things. They think they're doing relevant things. When y'all actually, y'all your first round pick was a defensive end when you should have went with offensive line. Any guy, center, guard, anybody. But you went with on the defensive end. Y'all are delusional, man. Y'all delusional. That's all I'm going to say about that. This is the Bear, and I'm out. Peace.